Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling when you're at a gathering, maybe a new job, or even just waiting in line and you want to connect with someone,
Oh, yeah.
but the words just they disappear. That initial hurdle of what do I even say? It can stop us cold.
Absolutely.
Today, we're cutting through that anxiety to reveal the simple human truths about connection. We're drawing from sources like The Art of Genuine Connection, Mastering Conversation.
Some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, and our mission for this deep dive is, well, to arm you not just with techniques, but really with the mindset to turn those daunting moments into, genuine opportunities.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how the material reframes talking with people you don't know well.
How so?
Well, it's not presented as this, challenge to overcome.
Yeah.
It's framed as a golden opportunity to learn and build new relationships.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it strips away that huge pressure we often feel. It suggests good conversations don't always need to be complex or super profound.
Hmm.
Instead, the focus is just on creating good feelings. Which, it really makes you wonder, if it's not about dazzling someone with your intellect, what is it actually about?
That's a really powerful shift in perspective, isn't it? So, okay, let's unpack this first big idea then. What's the actual foundation? What makes a conversation truly resonate if it's not about being a walking encyclopedia?
Well, one of the most, I think, powerful takeaways from our sources is this idea that in conversation, feelings matter more than information.
Feelings over facts.
Kind of, yeah. We often assume these casual chats demand, vast knowledge or impressive facts, right?
Hmm.
But what truly makes them memorable, what builds that connection, it's the emotions we convey.
Okay.
So when we show genuine interest or display empathy or simply share positive emotions, these create lasting impressions that are 100 times more valuable than showing off our knowledge.
Wow. 100 times more valuable.
Yeah. I mean, our brains, they're actually wired to prioritize that emotional resonance. A
Mm.
shared laugh or, a moment of real understanding,
Mm.
that can release oxytocin, build trust.
Way more than a data point.
Exactly. Far more effectively than any data point ever could.
That's a crucial distinction. So it's less about the sheer volume of facts and more about the vibe you create.
Precisely.
And building on that, our sources are really clear. Smooth conversations don't need complexity.
Right.
It's less like trying to write, I don't know, a rigid academic paper and more like flowing music.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
You can start with simple things around you, the weather, the location, shared observations maybe, and then just gradually expand.
Mm-hmm.
The key, as the source emphasizes, is simply listening and responding naturally, which I guess also helps reduce the cognitive load, doesn't it? You're not trying to be brilliant.
No, just presence.
Just present.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it means shedding that immense pressure to always have the right thing to say or the
Yeah.
most insightful fact.
Mm.
It's about presence and genuine engagement, just allowing the conversation to unfold organically.
Mm.
What stands out to you about how often we maybe overthink those initial steps?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. We're often so busy planning our next brilliant statement that we completely miss what's actually being said in the moment.
Right. Listening goes out the window.
Totally. And speaking of making it personal without overthinking,
Mm,
this next idea tackles how we share ourselves without, oversharing.
yeah, that's a fine line.
Because that's often where the real magic happens, right? Connection. So how do we navigate that line?
Well, the sources really emphasize the power of personal experience,
Okay.
but it's not about revealing your deepest, darkest secrets. It's more like offering a window into your world.
A little glimpse.
Exactly. Sharing small everyday moments or,
Yeah.
interesting memories, that immediately brings life to the conversation. Others feel closer, they understand us better because they see your unique perspective, your feelings. It's about authentic connection through that shared humanity.
Not airing your private laundry.
Definitely not. It's about making yourself relatable.
That makes so much sense. And speaking of understanding, the material points out a common pitfall that, well, I think many of us fall into.
Ooh, what's that?
This idea to provide understanding, not advice.
Ah, yes. That's a big one.
It highlights that when people share problems, what they often need most is just understanding and being heard, right? Not a rush to give solutions,
Mm-hmm.
showing empathy, accepting their feelings, maybe asking questions to let them express more. The source says that is often more valuable than giving advice that might not fully understand their situation.
It really is.
We're often so quick to fix things, aren't we?
We are. That's a fantastic point. And the source really highlights that it's a significant mindset shift. We're like conditioned to offer solutions.
Right. Be helpful.
Be helpful, fix it. But true connection often comes from simply bearing witness, just being there.
Mm.
Think of it this way. Someone says, ugh, I had such a terrible day, my project failed. Our instinct might be, well, you should have done X, Y, Z.
Yeah, the immediate fix.
Right.
Mm.
But what if instead you said, wow, that sounds incredibly frustrating. Tell me more about what happened. Or even just,
That's rough.
yeah, that's rough. I can imagine how disappointing that must feel. This raises an important question for us, I think. Are we truly listening to understand? Or are we listening primarily to respond with our own solutions?
Mm-hmm.
The material strongly suggests that empathy is the higher value here.
That's powerful. Sometimes the quiet moments, the moments of just being there, they speak volumes. So, okay, what does this all mean for how we actively engage in the moment, beyond just our words?
Precisely, because it's not just verbal. The material states that reactions are the heart of conversation.
Why not just like how?
Well, actions like smiling, nodding, maybe furrowing your brows with curiosity, or even appropriate silence, as the Force puts it.
Yeah.
These are all part of a truly meaningful exchange.
Okay.
We've all been in that conversation where someone's just, like, staring blankly.
Yeah, you wonder if they're even listening.
Exactly. These appropriate, nonverbal reactions make the other person feel that we're paying attention and understanding what they're saying. They validate the speaker. They draw them out more.
It's so true. It's about making the other person feel seen, feel heard. Okay, and then once you've had this great connection, maybe used some of these ideas, how do you wrap it up gracefully?
The exit strategy.
Yeah, because you don't want it to just fizzle out awkwardly.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. The source says, know when to end at the right moment. Good conversations, they aren't measured by length, are they?
No, it's the quality.
It's the quality. So when both people have enjoyed the talk and the atmosphere's still positive, still good, that's the perfect time to gracefully conclude the conversation.
Leave on a high note.
Exactly. Ending elegantly will leave a good impression and open opportunities for future meetings. It's kind of about leaving them wanting more, in a way.
Okay, that makes sense. Don't overstay your welcome.
Right. And to tie it all together, the simplest yet maybe most impactful conclusion is often just a sincere thank you.
Just thank you.
Yeah, the source calls it the perfect conclusion, whether it's thanking them for their time or for something new you learned or just for the good feelings shared. A sincere thank you creates a warm ending and opens doors for future encounters. It just reinforces those positive emotions you've both hopefully cultivated.
So what we've really explored today, it seems, is how good conversation isn't some like complex secret technique.
No.
It's genuinely the art of being genuinely human. It's about peeling back those layers of social anxiety, maybe, and remembering what truly matters.
Yeah, the sources distill it beautifully, I think. When we show sincere interest, share openly, and listen with our hearts, chatting with new people becomes not just easier,
Right.
but a gateway to exciting new relationships and experiences. It's about remembering that at its core, really, every conversation is just an opportunity for human connection.
So thinking about your next interaction, maybe it's with a stranger, maybe someone you're just getting to know. What simple human element can you bring to the conversation? What can you do to make it truly memorable, meaningful, and, well, open doors for future connection? Will it be that genuine curiosity, maybe a shared laugh, or simply a moment of quiet, empathetic listening?